The bar was nearly empty, the kind of empty that makes a man feel like the last thought in the mind of the night. Outside, the rain fell with the persistence of regret. Inside, the lights were low, yellowed with age and dust. The only sounds were the quiet shuffle of the bartender cleaning glasses and the soft sighs of an old jukebox playing a song no one requested. Jack sat at the far end of the bar, nursing his bourbon like it was the last conversation he'd ever have. It burned going down, but he liked the burn. It meant he was still here. The door opened with a creak, not loud but somehow final. The air changed, thickened, like breath before a bad decision. A man stepped inside, tall, pale, dressed in a dark coat that looked less like clothing and more like shadow sewn into shape. His eyes were too deep, too still. The bartender looked up, blinked once, then turned and disappeared into the back without a word. The man sat beside Jack. "You've got about 4 sips left," the man said, voice like wind through dry leaves. "I suggest you savor them." Jack glanced sideways. "You a cop or a priest?" "Worse," said the man. "I'm punctual." Jack let out a slow breath and took a sip. The bourbon didn't taste like fire anymore. It tasted like memory. "So this is it?" Jack asked. "You just show up and what? Escort me to the after party?" "More or less?" The man folded his hands. "I don't make speeches. I don't offer last-minute deals. I just arrive. When the glass is empty, we leave." Jack chuckled. "Figures. Always thought it'd be more dramatic." "You had enough drama," Death said. 5 car crashes, 2 overdoses, and that whole thing with the Russian poker game in Detroit. Honestly, I'm surprised we're only meeting now." Jack swirled the glass. "What happens after?" Death shrugged. "Depends. Some people wake up, others sleep, a few wander. But that's not my department." Silence stretched. The jukebox hiccuped and died. Outside, the rain turned to mist. Jack took his 3rd sip. "You always come to bars?" he asked. "Bars, bedrooms, battlefields, wherever the living linger." "Romantic," Jack muttered. Death turned to him. "Why do you think bartenders always know when I walk in?" Jack smirked. "You must tip well." Death didn't smile. Jack sighed and looked at his glass. 1 sip left. He held it in his hand like it was something fragile, an apology maybe. He raised it slowly. "To everything I should have done better." He drank. The glass hit the bar with a soft clink. Death stood. Jack stood too. They walked toward the door together. No rush, no resistance. As they stepped outside, the rain had stopped. The night felt lighter, like it had exhaled. The bar door swung shut behind them. Inside, the bartender returned, wiping his hands with a rag. He glanced at the empty stool and the glass still wet with the ghost of bourbon. He shook his head, poured himself a drink, and whispered to the silence. "Last call. Credits written by your name."